After weeks of controversy, Luis Rubiales on Sunday resigned as president of the Spanish Football Federation. He kissed Jenni Hermoso on the lips after Spain's victory over England in last month's World Cup final. Hermoso said the kiss was not consensual. Until now, he'd resisted pressure to step down. Our Madrid correspondent, Guy Hedgecoe, sent this update.
Luis Rubiales, the president of the Spanish Football Federation, has finally resigned after weeks of mounting pressure on him for that kiss that he gave the Spanish player Jenni Hermoso at the World Cup final. Now, in a statement that he put on social media to explain his resignation, Mr. Rubiales said that he was innocent, that he was the victim of persecution. However, he said he felt that it was best for Spanish football for him to step down, and he didn't expect to be able to remain in his post much longer anyway. Now, he had been under a tremendous amount of pressure, partly from Fifa, World Football's governing body, which had suspended him pending an investigation into his behaviour at the World Cup. Also, the Spanish government was trying to remove him, and in addition to that, he is facing possible criminal proceedings by prosecutors here in Spain who want to bring a case against him for sexual assault for that kiss that he gave Jenni Hermoso. Now, the Spanish government is among those who have responded to this resignation. The Deputy Prime Minister, Yolanda Díaz, said that this was a great day for Spanish feminism.
Isabel Coates is a women's football journalist in Queenstown, New Zealand, who's been watching the Rubiales saga closely. She watched his interview on the Piers Morgan television show and told us why she believes Rubiales' resignation has come now.
I sadly think it was just the accumulation of obviously the outside pressure for 21 days. I mean, this came 21 days after the alleged incident. So it's just that paired with obviously in his resignation letter, he said about the external pressures, and one of those was the country's bid to host a men's World Cup, and I believe in 2030. So I think that was actually the driving force with FIFA investigating him. Obviously, they wouldn't be too keen on pushing through that bid if the head of the federation for one of the bidders was under investigation by them for alleged sexual assault or sexual misconduct. So I think that was the final nail in the coffin. I think obviously there was just a PR choice to select Pierce in the first place, and then obviously begrudgingly he did the interview, and I think that was a bit more of damage control from RFEF and possibly a way to kind of try and humanize the situation, because he hasn't spoken since that General Assembly publicly in a video where he did say where he screamed and said, "I will not resign." So I think they needed to put his face back on camera, and that was just part of the PR to try and defuse the situation. Finally, the next steps obviously are going to be the prosecution and the High Court in Spain, obviously with Jenni Hermoso coming forward and supporting that and lodging her allegations and her statement and things like that. They're going to move forward with that, and then obviously the FIFA as well. But it's obviously been watching it from outside of Spain and obviously being there at the final and witnessing it in person and just seeing the events that have happened. It's been like a sitcom. It's been insane to watch from a distance. So it's great to see some movement. But again, it's been 21 days.